The Dogs, in association with the British Greyhound Racing Board.
Hello and welcome to another edition of The Dogs. We're here at Walthamstow for one of Greyhound Racing's greatest occasions. It's the Racing Post Festival Grand Finals night. As well as catching up with all the action on the track, we're going behind the scenes to see how this great occasion is put together.
And we pay a visit to Ray Peacock's kennel as well to see how he gets his novice hurdlers over the sticks for the first time in preparation for one of his favourite competitions. That, of course, is the Springbok. And can you name his 3 winners? We'll tell you a bit later.
But before then, there's plenty of action to keep track of, including the Milton Keynes Derby. Wonder Pup BALLYMAC NILOC, trained by Carly Philpott, stars at Coventry. And some form clues from Bellevue as we show you the semis of the Tote Sport Gold Collar, featuring ROXHOLME Girl.
The 7th year of the Racing Post Festival and a host of stars on show on Grand Finals night at Walthamstow, including this grand old campaigner, Droopy's Corleone. Could he go out on a high in the Veterans Final?
It's Droopy's Corleone now by a length and a half as they go around that turn, coming back again. Woodcroft Joe at the 3rd bend, but Droopy's Corleone is away and gone now. He's going to pick up the Veterans Derby final. Droopy's Corleone, the winner from 3 in second. Catch Rock Tara for 2nd place, and Swift Star took 3rd.
So a well-deserved victory for Danny Reardon's prolific scoring open racer, who's now off to stud. But from the old to the new, with the pups going for gold in the North v South Challenge first leg, with most eyes on Charlie Lister's Blonde Boss, already a winner at the festival in Trap 4. His sister, All 4 Paws, runs from 5.
Here comes the hare then for this puppy event, North versus South Racing Post Challenge, and what a good start from 5, All 4 Paws out in front early from Paramount. Whiz after he's rushing up now, Blonde Boss after a bit of a tardy start. The others on the inside getting in each other's way a little bit. Thunderbird 1 trying to improve, then comes 1, Droopy's Beyonce, and 2, Beppe Black right at the back of the pack. But meantime up front, All 4 Paws has still got this 2-length buffer at the moment, maybe a length now as Trap 4 Blonde Boss trying to go by on the inside but didn't quite get the racing room. Up the home straight they come, and it's 5, All 4 Paws making all here. What a shot. All 4 Paws the winner, beating Blonde Boss back in 2nd. And someone...
Blonde Boss missed his break a bit. No excuses. He's got beat. But still like him.
Fancy him for the derby?
I do, yeah. I think he's a good derby dog, definitely.
Should we get on now?
Ready?
Should we get on now?
Yeah, get on now.
Festival Finals night always draws a massive crowd. But of course, a huge amount of work goes into the evening, as the track's marketing director, Annie Aslett, explained.
Well, at the moment, all the trophies are being prepared and put on the track. All the dog jackets have to be sent over, all the rosettes put on, make sure all our sponsors are happy that they've got what they need in their boxes. This year we have Victor Chandler again, and we have Tote Sport, who are new sponsors on board this year, which is terrific, and we have Carlisle Brass.
One of the most popular events at the festival is the North-South Challenge, and the 2nd and deciding leg produced some cracking performances.
They come round the 2nd last bend, and still out in front is AirTech Rapid, leading the way round. Droopy's Best tied in behind, closing off. These comes Baltimore Joe. Up the home straight, they're racing wide apart, but it's Droopy's Best forging on now, close for 2nd between AirTech Rapid and Baltimore Joe.
So a first victory for the North, helped by Droopy's Best and the dog's trainer, Charlie Lister.
I have a chat with him a month before, and we try and look at dogs that will go well around here, and that's what I tried to do, just try to get dogs that will run well around the track, because it's so hard to come first time round, and at last we've done it for the North.
Chris, what about you?
Well, fair play to Dave. I mean, he keeps cracking away. I think his tactics changed this year. He gave the dogs a couple more look rounds than normal, and I think that's made a difference, albeit just by a short head.
So the North happy, the South Philosophical and the Bagpipes and the Pearly King and Queen continuing the festival's London theme.
Because I'm a Londoner, and I think of her wherever I go. I get
Perhaps pie and mash, but certainly not a jelly deal in sight in the track's plush paddock grill restaurant, one of the best places to eat and be seen in the sport. Quality food served by quality chefs at Greyhound Racing's premier venue. So lots to eat and lots to drink. Plenty of champagne for the sport's top brass in the private suites, and a chance for high-profile owner to meet his match in the Goodwood Lounge.
I've had a go at him. Lovely jelly.
But even that lovable rogue Del Boy knew it made sense to back solid money in the Racing Post Festival Stayers final.
Solid money remains about 3.5 lengths clear from Sean Boy, giving a valiant chase in second place. Then comes Droopy's Puma some way behind, but Solid Money, a winner at the meeting last year as a promising pup, comes back and wins the Racing Post Festival Stayers final for 2004. Goes on to beat Sean Boy and Droopy's Puma back in third place.
So Solid Money and Derek Knight in form and bang on course for the Essex Vars at Romford. More pointers for the future were provided by the runners in the Maidens Derby final, where Sure Flight went to traps as favourite, but watch out for Druid's Mickey Joe in 2.
So the favourite Sure Flight in trap 3 for David Prues. Away they go. Stumbled a little bit leaving the traps to Sure Flight, but is rushing up now. Is going to lead early here from 1 Ashdown Rumble in second place. Oh, there's terrible trouble at the bend there. Several of them badly hampered, including Ronnie's Major. Meantime, up front, in front, it's still Sure Flight leading, but closing now is Druid's Mickey Joe for Seamus Cahill. Finding a gap on the inside. After these comes Slahini Mile. That took a bump at the first bend. Is not too far away as they come around the final bend. Going on now, it's Druid's Mickey Joe by about a length and a half. Druid's Mickey Joe wins from Slahini Mile and Sure Flight.
Victory then for Seamus Cahill's dog in a time of 29.18. That will have impressed racing manager Chris Page, looking on from the judge's box. But what other dog caught his eye during the festival?
I think the emergence of Blonde Boss, probably, the puppy that won the TOTE Sport puppy race on Thursday. Got beat tonight by its little brother, but I think it's definitely one to follow for the future. Droopy's Corleone going out on a win, fantastic, and the local dog Fire Height Dan coming back to form and hopefully clinching the Ground of the Year award.
Proud of his dogs, Page is also proud of his track, which is set to be improved in the coming weeks.
There's a concrete retaining wall goes all the way around the inside of the track. It's 400 metres. That's designed to retain the sand and let the water drain off. That's the major problem we have, is with the drainage. We've got a new plastic inside running rail. We've got the Sealy hair coming, which all our trainers have looked at and thought was a vast improvement and more realistic for the dogs to chase. We're going to reshape the first and third bends, and the track overall will be a lot wider. So perhaps it will be an easier track to run after all that.
So the Racing Post Festival 2004. Great for punters. Fantastic for the sponsors, brilliant for those who came for a night out, and one which made the Chandler family, owners of Walthamstow, so very proud.
I think the family involvement is that we all care about it, and we're all in charge of a part of it, and I know we all take a big personal interest in it, you know, and I hope it, you know, that's the way it stays.
To come round the final bend, getting a little bit tired there was Fire High Dan, but way out clear. Trap 2, Fire High Dan by a good 3.5 lengths over trap 3. Watch the runner, Oklahoma Joe, by 3 lengths here from Beakstown George. Don't worry about the draw. Oklahoma Joe hasn't. They come off the final bend. It's Clonone Woods by a length and a half here up towards the line. Clonone wins by a length. Blues Highway runs wide to the straight, but has made all. Latin Beauty trying to close, but no.
Now, round up of some of the big races that have been happening recently. We start off with the Milton Keynes Derby final, over 440 metres. The favourite here was in trap 4. That's Munera Spark for John Mullins, sent off at 7-4. And off we go, and racing up towards the first bend. A good start from Homestead Boss in 2. Here comes ARDERA across in 3. That's rushing up, but very wide at the first turn. Manera Spark is closing on the leaders, but forced to check there off the second turn. Heading down the far side, Homestead Boss has Manera Spark to worry about, but more importantly, perhaps on the outer, it's ARDERA Cross taking up the lead and really showing good pace around that third bend. ARDERA Cross now kicks clear from Manera Spark in second. They come up the home straight, and it's going to be ARDERA Cross winning here from Manera Spark, and getting third was Bailiff Duke. An exhilarating display of pace there from ARDERA Cross, trained by Maxine Locke, going on to beat Manera Spark in the end by 5.5 lengths, with Bailiff Duke back in third. Winning time, a very fast 26.44. Favourite for the Phil Isherwood Rose Bowl final at Romford was Ronnie's Flight in Trap 1 for Linda Jones, sent off at 13-8, and it was 5-1 bar. Here comes the hare. And they're off and racing up towards the first bend. A good start here from 3 in the centre of the pack, Lethal Lawyer, but better pace from 5. That's Beam Us Up, and that cut the bend, and there's a lot of trouble in behind there. Ronnie's Flight didn't get a clear run in 1. Off in chase goes MUTTONEER. So in front at the moment, we've got Beam Us Up leading here by 2.5 lengths from MUTTONEER. Trying to make some progress now in 2. That's Flashing Tone as they head down the far side, and still Beam Us Up has the call over MUTTONEER. Flashing Tone looking a little bit dangerous on the inside. They come round the penultimate turn. Beam Us Up challenged all the time by MUTTONEER. No room for Flashing Tone as they come off the final turn. Going on now is MUTTONEER, and MUTTONEER's going to score here from Archer Zanero from out of the clouds for second, and Ronnie's Flight got third. So MUTTONEER, trained by John Mullins, winning the Phil Isherwood Rose Bowl final in a time of 36.40, perhaps off to the Essex Bars now. Favourite for the T&T Puppy Championship final was BALLYMAC NILOC for trainer Carly Philpott, trying to maintain his 100% record on these shores. And they're off and running and racing up towards the first bend. Best start coming from red. That's Green Park Flash out in front. Then from after these comes Saucy Blues. That's rushing up. The favourite's Handy, though, on the inside. Did move out towards the right as it left the boxes, but it's lying in third place at the moment, BALLYMAC NILOC, as they head down the far side. And in front, it's not much between 1 on the inside. Green Park Flash just held up there slightly by 2 Saucy Blues. They get in a bit of a mess. And now BALLYMAC NILOC picks up the pieces and runs clear up the home straight. It's trap 3. BALLYMAC NILOC winning very easily in the end from Green Park Flash in second, and Clemmer's Jackpot back in third. So yet another big prize then for BALLYMAC NILOC, winning at 2-7, beating Green Park Flash in the end by 3 3/4 lengths. And the winning time there at Coventry was 29.41. BALLYMAC NILOC heading the points for the Racing Post Juvenile Championship, but unfortunately he won't be taking part in that race at Wimbledon in January. The trainer has stated that BALLYMAC NILOC will be put away for the winter for a spring campaign. That means Ollie Bean heads the ratings with 118 points. Well, after the break, we're off to Ray Peacock's Keston Kennels to see how he gets his greyhounds to jump hurdles. Ledger heroine Roxhome Girl is attempting to take more bookies' cash in the Tote Sport Gold Collar. Coming up soon, but we start with the first semi-final where Paul Young's Marmions was sent off favourite from trap 5 at 11-8. And they're off and racing up towards the first bend. Clear run goal, a good start along with trap 3 there. That's Hayley's Boy as they go around the first turn. Marmions, the favourites, trying to rush up now as they go around that second bend. Going on is Clear Run for Charlie Lister. Running up the middle of the track though, leading from Hayley's Boy, stuck against the rails. Marmions fighting for third place at the moment as they go around the next turn. Hayley's Boy didn't get a clear run, nor did Marmions. Clear Run though is out in front and leads here by 2 lengths, but here comes Hayley's Boy again. Marmions is trying to close as they reach the penultimate turn. Hayley's Boy on the inside, a clear run. Marmions just held up again fractionally as they come round the final turn. It's Hayley's Boy going on now. Hayley's Boy goes 2.5 lengths clear, striding away. Hayley's Boy the winner, close for second, Clear Run and Marmions. Well, Hayley's Boy there winning for June McComb, recording 39.75, beating Clear Run in second. Marmions just losing out. And the lineup for the second semi-final saw Gary Carmichael's Bonnie Betty sent off favourite in trap 3 at 11 to 10. The main danger in the market was MACHAN Tiger in trap 1. They're off and racing up towards the first bend. A good break here from trap 6. That's Mill Lane Maggie on the outside, and that's going to lead him around the first bend. A little bit of crowding going on. Trap 3 didn't get a clear run there, Bonnie Betty, but it's extricated itself to move up into second place. Still lying handy on the inside there is MACHAN Tiger as they reach the third turn. But up front, it's Mill Lane Maggie setting the pace to the race. Bonnie Betty off in chase in second. Then a couple of lengths back to 1, MACHAN Tiger. After these comes 4. That's still lying handy also. That's Oki Rossi as they head down towards the second last bend, and it's still in front, Mill Lane Maggie, but getting a little bit tired. They're beginning to close. Bonnie Betty slightly crowded as MACHAN Tiger bustles it up, and MACHAN Tiger goes on from Bonnie Betty. MACHAN Tiger the winner. Bonnie Betty was second, and Mill Lane Maggie faded in third. MACHAN Tiger then the winner for trainer Phil McComish, recording the slowest of the 3 semi-finals in 39.96, beating Bonnie Betty by a length. Well, all eyes on ROXHOLME Girl in the third semi-final, sent off the 5 to 6 favourite. Zigzag Kit next best for Harry Williams in trap 1 at 7 to 4. And away they go, and racing up towards the first bend. A good break here from trap 4, Lizzie Casey Duke. That's out in front as they reach the first bend. After these come 6 racing in second place. That is He's Mine Not Yours. That's running a little bit wide in the straight, and so is Lizzie Casey Duke. Trying to make up some progress now is Zigzag Kit. The favourite ROXHOLME Girl last at the moment as they go round the fourth turn. Heading down the far side and still out in front. We've got trap 4, Lizzie Casey Duke taking a middle to wide course though. Challenging all the time is 1, Zigzag Kit. Now ROXHOLME Girls picking up ground as stylishly as well as they come round the final bend. Lizzie Casey Duke, Zigzag Kit. What an enormous gap for ROXHOLME Girl to plunge and win. ROXHOLME Girl wins from Lizzie Casey Duke and Zigzag Kit. Splendid performance there from ROXHOLME Girl, last to first and recording the fastest time, 39.53.
To many, the sight of a top hurdler in full flow is hard to beat in greyhound racing.
But it's Lenson, and he just has to jump this final flight to pick up the prize, and over he goes. He wins it by about 3 lengths in the end from trap 6. Tuttle's Minister in second place.
Wimbledon trainer Ray Peacock might have won the William Hill Springbok on no less than 3 occasions, but he's as keen as ever to bring on novice hurdlers, and he's looking forward to next year's competition. But what does it take to get a dog to jump in the first place?
Mainly it's getting them to enjoy what they're doing. So the big thing is to bring them out and just get them to enjoy jumping the hurdles basically. And once you've done that, that's half the battle really. First off, we bring the dogs out and jumping them over on the lead. We'll do that for maybe 4 or 5 days, maybe a week sometimes, it will look on the dogs. And then we just let them off the lead, naturally run through the hurdles, and then we just start to sort of tease them backwards and forwards over the hurdles, just to sort of get them so it's like a game, so they're enjoying it. That's the main thing we do with them. And then the last process is really just sort of really galloping them hard gallops. It approximately takes about a month, I reckon, to sort of get one from a raw novice to actually being able to take them to the track.
One of Ray's best prospects is ARBOUR Jack, a good second on the flat to Mustang Hero at Wimbledon and going well over the sticks.
Well, at the moment, I suppose ARBOUR Jack would be the number 1. He's already done 27.70 on the flat in A1s, and we've had him schooling since, well, September time. So he's doing really well. He's already recorded 15.84, which is a phenomenal time really for a novice, over the 2.56. So he'd be number 1 at the moment, I think. And then we've got GREENACRE Tom. He's doing really well. He stays strongly. He's already done 41.70 over the 6.68, which is a very, very good run. And he's done 16.20 and 16 dead so far. So he looks really promising. And there's quite a few others that we're just sort of starting off now. We hope to have about, I would think, at least 8 for it. So, yeah, minimum would be 8, I'd say.
Of course, the dog who put Ray on the map was the mighty Fennis's Gold. Then a Catford trainer, Ray guided Fennis's to glory in the 1991 Springbok at Wimbledon and then repeated the win 7 years later.
Coming around the third bend, and Frisco Sir attempting to make all here in the Springbok. Still a length up on Greenacre Jet. Straight away, Teddy trying to get into full cry. But over the last, good jump there. Frisco Sir lands it, going away in the end.
Naturally, Ray's a great fan of hurdlers, but feels they sometimes get a bad press.
There's more genuine dogs over the hurdles now than there ever has been. And there's the prize money, obviously. It's got so much better. that you tend to put your good dogs over. Whereas years ago, trainers wouldn't have put fast dogs over because they'd have just been terrified. They just kept them on the flat. But nowadays, I mean, we put dogs over now that break 28 seconds. Well, a few years ago they wouldn't have been doing that at all. It'd have just been the mediocre dogs that would have gone over.
But one dog who'll be sticking to the flat is his William Hill Derby fourth, RHINCREW SEAGAL.
I mean, we had a great time throughout the Derby, and just unfortunate, had a bad draw on the night and missed the break. They'll end up getting beat a length, and he was 5 lengths behind going around the first. So, we felt that he would have won had he been drawn on the outside. He's been off lame for the last couple of months, but touch wood, he's been galloping now twice a week, and he's no injuries at all now. It's fine. It looks as though we're just going to plan it now for next year's Derby with him. We won't run him this year at all. He won't see the track until next year.
But while it's rest and recuperation for SEAGAL, it's full steam ahead for his kennel mates and Ray's staff, headed by assistant trainer Helen Addison here. The hurdlers will soon take centre stage, but Ray has a greyhound to follow for viewers of the dogs on the flat.
And there's a bitch called Drew's Casimo. She's not gone over the marathon yet, but she looks as though she's going to be a bit of a star when she goes over 8 bends. Looks very useful.
So Ray might have a marathon star on his hands as well. But I wonder how many future jump stars have negotiated these hurdles already.
There's plenty of quality open racing this week. On Thursday night, the Tote Sport Gold Collar Final is the highlight at Bellevue, with other opens at Milton Keynes, Perry Barr, Reading and Walthamstow. Whilst on Friday, the open race action comes from Henlow, Oxford and Romford. On Saturday, don't miss the action at Wimbledon for the semi-finals of the William Hill Oaks. The William King Cup gets underway at Shawfield. Poole have the Gem Racing Super Paw semi-finals, and there are opens at Brough Park and Henlow. Sittingbourne on Sunday has the Kaluki Club Stayers final. Also on Sunday, Coventry have the usual open race fair. Now here's your chance to vote for the racecourse of the year. Up for grabs for one lucky entrant are 2 tickets to the BGRB Awards Dinner in London this coming January. To help you decide, consider how well the track looks after its customers and greyhounds, and then text your vote to 800-88. All you have to do is text the word dogs, followed by a space, and then the name of the track you wish to nominate. For more details of how to enter, click on to www.thedogs.co.uk, where you can also check out the latest racing results. Next week, the live action is back on your screens from Wimbledon for the final of the William Hill Oaks. That's on Sky Sports 1 at 7:30. Join us then.
The Dogs, in association with the British Greyhound Racing Board.